This is a video on the probability of a sum. The question states, customers at your sports gear shop spend an average of $74. The standard deviation is $30. If 60 customers come to your sports gear shop today, what is the probability that your total revenue will be between $4,000 and $5,000? So to work this out, let's realize that we want the total revenue. So we want to get down our cast of characters, all the numbers that were given, and talk about their symbols. So the first one is the average. So the average is $74, and that is mu. Mu equals 74. Next is the standard deviation is 30. That is sigma equals 30. 60 customers come to your shop, so that's the sample size, or that's n equals 60. Next, it says, what's the probability that will be between 4,000 and 5,000? And not just anything, but the total revenue will be between. Now, total means add them all up, add all the receipts up. And the math symbol for add them all up is this capital sigma. So what we can say is, what is the probability that capital sigma of x is between 4,000 and 5,000? And that's our question. So now we're talking about a sum. So the key here is to use the central limit theorem for sums. And what that says is that the mean of all possible sums of size 60 is equal to 60 times the mean per receipt, which is 74. So mu sub sigma x is equal to 60 times 74, which I worked out as 4,440. Next, the standard deviation of all possible totals or sums. That is equal to the standard deviation of each individual receipt, which is 30, times the square root of the sample size, or the square root of n equals 60. So I get sigma sub capital sigma x is equal to 30 times the square root of 60. And I worked that with a calculator, and I got about 232. I rounded to the nearest whole number. You should round more if you need to. So next, we continue using the central limit theorem and realize that n is 60. That's large enough that says that the distribution is approximately normal. So we can draw a picture of that. Here's my normal distribution. And the mean of that normal distribution is 4,440. We want the probability that our sum is between 4,000 and 5,000, so I shade in the region between 4,000 and 5,000. I want the area of that region, and to do that, the good news is I can use the calculator. So let's go to the calculator and find the area of the region where the low is 4,000, the high is 5,000, the mean is 4,440, and the standard deviation is 232. So here's my list of calculators. And what I want is the area under that normal curve. So number 8 here is the normal probability. I click on normal probability, and it asks for low, high, mean, standard deviation, and p equals, and we leave one blank, calculate, and we'll find the last one. What we don't know is the probability. So we know the low, and the low was 4,000. We know the high, which was 5,000. We know the mean, which was 4,440. And we know the standard deviation, which is 232. And I just hit calculate. And there we have it. We have our probability is rounded to 2 decimal places, about 0.96. So when we have a probability of 0.96, we have our answer. So now I can address the question. So let's go back to the question. So I can conclude that there is a 96%, because 0.96 is 96%, there is a 96% chance that the total revenue today at your sports gear shop will be between $4,000 and $5,000. And I'm done with the question. Thank you for watching this video.